good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, January 31st, 2021. Now, I almost have internet, as you know, but this morning I'm going to do a live stream that's filmed. I'm going to give some shout outs, we're going to talk about seeds, and so much more, so stay with me. I am coming to you from the only organized room in my house, which is my sunroom. You've been following the progress quite a bit, and I really appreciate that. Now, as you last heard in my video, I received the cushions. Must talk about that first. My old friend, she's not old, but we've been friends since 1989? Let's see, how long have we been friends? 82? Anyway, Linda and I go way back, and we sort of took a break while we both raised our sons, and now we've reconnected. And I remember that she started a fabric company. I thought some of her fabric might look beautiful in this room, and she happened to have fabric. And she happens to have a wonderful cushion maker. Her name is Mace Luter. And Linda and I picked out the fabric. I picked out the fabric. She concurred that this would be a good choice. And, you know, with the brick floor and wall and all of the pots, many of which are the clay color. And of course I had these little tables that I picked up in Abingdon, Virginia. Someone was moving and I got the wicker and the tables. So I just got the cushions a few days ago and got them set up, and they absolutely bring up the color and the energy in this room. What I had before was very sort of tropical, which would have looked great in a Florida setting. But this is absolutely, the fabric is incredible. And if you're interested in the fabric or in getting these beautiful cushions made from this custom cushion maker, Mace Luter, please leave a comment below. I want to give a shout out to Judy and Paul, who ordered late bloomer mugs. They're individually custom made, so everyone is a little tiny bit different. But it's the cranberry color. It says Late Bloomer Gardener in kind of a cream on the side. I have her make them in batches of 6, and when those are sold, I have her make another batch. So all of those last 6 got sold, and she is making me another 6. If you're interested in being a late bloomer gardener and having your cup of tea or coffee or cacao, as in my case, with me, then be sure and order one. It puts about $5 or $6 into the late bloomer coffers to help support the channel. The rest goes to her labor and the materials and the shipping. If you have a US address, then we can send you a mug. You would go to my PayPal link, which is on my homepage of my channel, and make a $40 donation. And if you could, just hit friends and family, and that way I get the full $40. So that would be awesome for your support. Let's talk about seeds. Because I have a feeling that someone sent me seeds. And I wanted to open just a couple of packages. I want to give a shout out to Cherie Nations in Kentucky. I had said if you want to send me seeds, just make sure they're appropriate for my zone, which is 6B to 7. And I got this in the mail. If you want to send me something, you can send it to my post office box, 2358. Oh, look at this. 2358, Lebanon, Tennessee, 37088. Oh, Tommy is here. I was trying to get this done before he got here. I'll be right back. It's Tommy. He's here to work on the fireplace. He's making up a day because we lost a couple of days this week and this project is taking much longer. And of course, he was planning to do the manufactured stone and I chose the real stone, and that's a lot harder to do. While I'm talking about the fireplace, let me just give you a little update as to where we are. Check it out.
Let's go. Goodness gracious.
I'm doing all the lifting.
What's the matter? Get a hold of that right there. All right, just sit still a minute.
Let me help you push yours. Well, I got the muscle and you don't. You got a dead body in here.
Wait a minute, I gotta get me some gloves.
I'm gonna practice on the front one, okay?
Okay. Is it going down?
I can't tell. That's why I'm practicing. Hold on. I love this tool. I want one.
Okay.
It's going down.
Yes, but you're going to have to speed up.
Why?
Well, because you're just holding up things. Let's go.
Yeah, see, that
Be quiet. Go get another cup of tea.
I mean,
Well,
you're taking about a 30-minute break.
Do you want me to tighten it while my arm is in here?
Yes, please.
Okay. Tell me there's not a screw behind this thing.
There's not a screw behind that thing.
Okay. I gotta have one of these tools.
Oh no, her left hand's too big.
So that stuff's supposed to be packed up in there?
I'll take care of that. I'm gonna.
No, you won't take care of it. You can't get your arm in here.
No, but I got a thing that'll go up in there. Bam.
Hand it to me in the correct direction.
You should be turning it this way.
I am. Just
Okay.
Will this do
just like
that?
you got it.
okay. I'm trusting you. I'll practice on the front one. I don't want to practice on. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. I love this tool. I'm gonna have to have this tool.
I'm gonna get you a whole set.
Okay.
Whole
Can
set.
you get them engraved? You got a flashlight? A little one? Anybody?
No, let me get you some light.
Move this way? Yeah, it's going down. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because it was so loose, I couldn't tell, and I didn't want it to fall out and flip back behind it. Wait a minute, I was putting my hand on there. I don't want to put my hand on my new hearth and get it dirty. That's tight.
Down. See, I'm just holding this up here with this and
One of my viewers said that they had used the manufactured stone and it looked fantastic, and it does look great. It's just that the company that we went to had recently moved to a new location. They didn't have but one little pedestal in stock, so it would have been 4 to 6 weeks waiting. And after we'd broken everything down and everything's a mess in here, I couldn't do that. I didn't like the particular ones they had in stock. I saw some beautiful photographs of the manufactured stone, and it would have been beautiful if I could have found the one I wanted. But I'm sure everyone that has manufactured stone loves it. It gives you a feeling of nature right in your living room. So this is from Cherie Nations, and she has sent me, let's see. Oh my gosh! She has sent me a picture of herself. She's pictured with plants and beans that may date back to Daniel Boone. Some of the bean seeds labeled Old Landing Settlers Goosey Beans have been historically cataloged and preserved. Wow, local heirloom seeds from Lee County could track back to the farm table of Daniel Boone. My goodness. I hope she won't mind me sharing this photo. Wow. She's been searching for heirloom seeds for over the last 10 years. Oh, I can't. She's only in Kentucky. That's not far away. We will definitely meet. She picked a mess for tasting. If you're not from the South, you probably haven't heard that expression, a mess of beans. It's kind of funny, a mess of beans, but it just means a bunch, and has herself described them as delicious. She says, to think that these beans, which were on my farm table, could be the exact unchanged beans that were harvested and placed on the farm table of Daniel Boone and his family is amazing. And that is amazing to me. Here's the rest of the article. She has, oh my goodness, she has sent me all Baker Creek seeds, many peppers, tomatoes, cacti. I've never even considered planting a cacti seed. Isn't that funny? Desert King watermelon. I had a Desert King fig, but not a watermelon. Huckleberry. Can you imagine huckleberry? Oh, like bumblebee, orange hat tomatoes, red Marconi pepper, chocolate beauty, cucumbers. She must have been watching me for a while. Carrot, cabbage. Okay, I hope you can use some of these. I had extras as I sent in rare bean seed, which came from Daniel Boone's. What? So I have the Daniel Boone's? Okay, I'm gonna have to reread this later, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Cherie Nations. She's been following me for a while and I'm really grateful. And wouldn't it be awesome if we could meet in person and we could talk about seeds? Okay, in addition, there is Janet Knutson in Wisconsin. And she has sent me seeds. Wisconsin's quite a bit colder, but I am sure there's an overlap. Well, it's right here. Oh, you know what? It may not be seeds. It may not be seeds. It's not. Oh my goodness. Greetings from Wisconsin. I discovered your videos a couple of years ago and have enjoyed following your journey. I love gardening. Watched your last video and she has problems with deer. She's giving me suggestions about deer, what to do about them. And she likes the fact that I buy USA products. She is growing sprouts because she didn't want to wait until she has a garden that's ready to eat. Okay, here we go. The item I sent you is a bowl cozy. Something I've been making. A bowl cozy. Thought you might like it when you sit in front of your fire with a hot bowl of soup. Ooh. Or for ice cream in the summer. Do not put it in the microwave. Don't worry, I don't have one, never had one, never will. She says she cannot find canning lids up there. So everybody remember my video about getting the canning supplies early. Oh. Anyway, thank you so much, Janet. That is so lovely. And this is a bowl cozy, and I'm assuming it is reversible. You know what I should do? I should put that right there. Sorry, Janet. I need a pad for my shoulder when I practice shooting. I got a big bruise the last time. At some point, I'm going to share the videos of me shooting, but I want to have a comparison between the beginning and that, and you know, when I get better. Okay, thank you so much, Janet. That is lovely, and I've never had one in my whole life, so that's awesome. Now, as you know, I have a lot of seeds. Plus the ones I just was sent. Look at all that. These are mainly my seeds, but a lot of these seeds have been given to me. You probably don't need to send me any seeds. remember I ordered a seed organizer, and I didn't choose the one Jack recommended. I hope I didn't make a mistake for myself. I have 2 of these, and what it is, it's just a large bin. You can use this for for crafts or anything, and it has dividers. So it has a divider down the middle and dividers here. And I just thought, you know, seeds are different sizes, and sometimes you have a lot of tomato seeds and you have this many herb seeds, whatever. So I decided to do it this way. So I hope to get this started very soon because I want to get seeds started very soon. Okay, let me just, whoops. Let me just talk a little bit about the project coming up. So before my birthday, on Valentine's Day, which I most likely will be spending alone because of the situation in the world and the country, I am going to get a big project done outside. I've already talked about it a little bit. Tommy's brother and his company is going to come. They're going to replace entirely my water line, and they're also going to put in the French drain, you know, because I've talked about all the water coming down off this hill here. Well, the hill keeps going up, but it's really steep up to just the edge of the mowed part. I believe I'm going to get those cedars pulled out over there. I've got millions of cedar trees everywhere else. I can use that whole section there, and I might even be able to put a greenhouse there because right now with the trees, it blocks the light. So much going on. The project in the yard, hopefully won't be more than a week, and hopefully all of that will be done by my birthday on the 14th. But remember, my Christmas tree was still up, and all the garland, the wreath along my railing. Take a look. I don't know what came over me. I just thought, okay, today's the day. It's coming down. But what I'm leaving up are the lights around the base of my maple trees. I'm keeping that indefinitely. And as soon as I get this sort of organized that way, I want to have a string of lights that goes over to my shop building, so that when I go out at night, I look over there and it's not just pitch black and I'm scared to go over there. There was a time when people sent cards to people. They wrote thoughtful messages. My mother would save every card. She was a big scrapbook queen, and she made probably 100 scrapbooks, and she would save all the cards and that she was sent, and she would also religiously write cards to other people. And I was just thinking about that because I visited her on Thursday, and the caregiver that was there had been reading some of her, let's see, I guess they would have been Christmas cards to her that she had received. She still gets a few Christmas cards from her church family, from the people who knew her from her hometown, and her family. Not me, because I'm so bad, but she said even that, she said, you know, people don't send many cards anymore. And it's true. And when we did send cards, as opposed to emails and texts and messages on Facebook Messenger and so forth, it's so much more personal, really, when you think about, it's so easy to dash off a text, happy birthday. But to go and buy a card, such as this, at a card store, write a message, put a stamp on it, take it to the post office or have it put out for pickup. It's very, very special. It's much more special than just dashing off a text. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, sorry, I forgot your birthday. You know, just think about the connection that we had. You know, I'm always talking about connection. You know, whether it's the mycelium in the ground that connects the trees and the plants. By the way, I referred to the mycelium in my front the other day in that video, and someone left a comment and said it's called something different in the forest. It's, oh, what did he say? It was agromycorrhizae or something like that. It's slightly different, but that's the mycorrhizae. I did say mycelium, but it's the mycorrhizae that's connecting everything. And I appreciate that correction from my fans. I always appreciate all positive criticism that is given with love. I greatly welcome, because I am learning. We are always learning our whole lives, and I appreciate all of the guidance from people that know more than me, you know. So this is from Diane, and she has sent a card that says, "Home sweet home, furnish it with friendship, decorate it with laughter." I laugh at myself because you see me with tools, right? And warm it with love. Congratulations on your new home. Kaye, very decorative, Kaye. Much love in your new home. Thank you for your wonderful videos on YouTube. Love, Diane. You know, it's just simple, but it's so thoughtful. And I am very, very grateful for all of that. Speaking of my mother was so good with tools. Oh, why didn't I inherit that? I did become a very good seamstress, and she did not teach me anything. I learned all on my own. I became a very good seamstress. I made ball gowns and raincoats lined, and I did covered buttons and covered belts, and oh, you name it, I did it. I would not be deterred. All designer patterns. I knocked it out of the ballpark. But anyway, those days are kind of over. And have been for a while. But I did that, just like she did. She had her periods when all she did was make scrapbooks. And then she had her period where she made all this iron sculpture. But we had this train, you know, the O model, I think it's called the O model, where the train cars are about that big. The engine is about that big. And my father had surprised us, and he had put it on a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it had a station, and it had trees, and it had little men and little things that would dump the little containers on the platform. And oh my God, and it made smoke, and it made a well, they still have these, I'm pretty sure. And it had the noise, the choo choo, you know, and it was just, it was fascinating. And so, but there was no place to put it. We had a very cramped little house, and there was no place to set up a 4x8 sheet of anything. But after they added on to the house, she built a table. Okay, so this table would have been larger than 4x8 to support this platform. And she built a big, heavy, she used 4x4s. She did this all herself. 4x4s with a whole shelf underneath, and it was on a table, and it had sides that went down each side, and it was all screened. So it was like pine, you know, 1x2s, I guess. And it was faced with screen, and each of the 4 sides would fold down. They had hooks, you know, just like you used to have on your screen door, a little hook, and you'd unhook the hooks and drop all these 4. Well, first of all, the lid. There was a complete screen lid that was a folding. So it was 4x4, 2 sides with the pine around it, screen. It had a hinge in the middle, and she folded it over. I hope you're following this. You would fold that over, set that off, and then fold down the 4 sides, and then you would have access to the table. And all the other stuff that you needed to store with, along with the train, would be underneath. It was awesome. It was so awesome. Oh my gosh, this story goes on. Anyway, my mother, when she was done with stuff, she would just sell. I mean, she made the most beautiful little suits for my brothers, and the most beautiful pinafores and dresses for us. Oh my gosh. But when we outgrew it, when I outgrew my sister's stuff, she would sell it for like 10 bucks. It was incredible. People walked away with these most amazing little children's clothes. And she taught herself completely how to sew. I should tell this story again when I do a sewing video, but she made her first brassieres because they didn't have any money. This was a depression. She made her first brassieres out of feed sacks. And she made one, and she was so happy with it, she made another one, so she'd always have a clean one. You know, my mother's very resourceful. You know, when you grow up during the Depression and you are poor, you are resourceful. So she was. Anyway, this train, when my brothers got to be kind of teenagers, they decided that they had rather have a pool table than that train. And she sold that train for like nothing. I mean, like 60 bucks or something. It was incredible. And so I never knew what happened to it because I was gone. But anyway, I didn't get the memo on that. But this man who knows my brother, one of my brothers in Nashville, said he wanted him to come over. He had something he wanted to show him. And somehow he had wound up with this. It was just the engine and about four cars on, I guess the coal car, and then it wasn't much. It was just maybe this long. That was all that was left. The whole platform, all that stuff was gone. The track was all, I guess most of the track was gone. And they had it mounted on a little board, and he showed it to him. And this is like all these years later, this thing is still sitting in someone's house, and he actually knows him. So it's pretty amazing. Connection. What did I just say? Connection. Trains connect. Mycorrhizae connects. People connect. Our connections, we're all the same. Our connections are what, you know, keep us going. Really? You know, what do they say about you know, people who are alone and they don't have any hope and they don't have any connection with people? You know, they don't thrive. You thrive with connection. So anyway, with that thought, in the time that I have shot this video, which is about 40 minutes, you have seen very different light in this room. The sun came up and it was clear and it hit right in. This thing was bright. I've got Tommy in here now. He's got his work lights on, so the whole light has shifted. And it's just remarkable because now it's cloudy again. It was sunny, now it's cloudy. I got work lights. I got, what am I talking about? I was just, you know, I should talk about this during my video about lighting. Thanks so much for watching this channel. And if you're a late bloomer like me, I hope you'll subscribe and tell your friends. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.